The relationships that we have with our clients are fairly important. It's important to them and it's important to us. If they're coming back and saying, you helped me with one of our children, can you help with another? That means we did something right. And because we did something right and we've gained their trust and we become really a piece of their family, it allows them to become advocates for us. It allows them to really feel good about the relationship they have with us. We don't look at them as customers or clients. We look at them as part of our family. And so when you get an invitation to go to a graduation, or you get an invitation to go to a send-off party when you're sending their kids off to college, or thank you notes, or lunch, or dinner, it means that we're doing something right. And because we're doing something right, it brings a lot of satisfaction to our jobs and what we do. And I don't know that we'll get as excited as people get when Oprah rolls in or Ellen rolls in, but people are pretty happy about what we do for them. And that means that we have something special. And because we have something special, we want to help other people have that feeling.
In preparing for college for my daughters, it came to my wife and I's attention. I'm a public school teacher, so I understood that my daughter, my oldest daughter, was really, really intelligent, and so I'm starting to look at these upper tier schools, and I'm looking at the cost for upper tier school education. We're talking $60,000 to $70,000 a year, and I'm like, wow, that's a shame. My daughter's not going to be able to go to one of these fine schools. And then my wife said, hey, here's a little flyer on college planning that I got in the mail. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And she's like, no, we should go listen. I'm like, all right. So she drugged me down there kicking and screaming, where I watched the presentation. DoCERAS representative was talking about, this is our plan, this is what we do, this is how we can help you. And I started thinking, oh, wow, there's some information that I wasn't aware of, and maybe it is possible I will be able to finance a high dollar education for my daughter without me being the source of the finances. And I just continued to listen to the presentation, followed up, came and met with the representative at my local office, and was really impressed with how it all came about.
When you're a parent and you got your kids just going into college from high school, we didn't know. We had a lot of questions and they were answered. That was a big relief for us to not have to put that in the back of our mind. It gave my sons confidence because they, all of a sudden, were getting help, and you have tools to work with, and you have counselors, and it was huge.
My daughter currently goes to MIT, and again, high dollar school, but this year, she's a senior this year, and she's receiving $42,000 this year in scholarship money, free money that I don't have to pay back. I was thrilled that I could have DoCERAS take care of that for me. They are the experts in the field. I don't have to do the research. I'm working, my wife's working, I've got kids, I have life I'm dealing with, and this was just one aspect that I couldn't spend the inordinate amount of time it would take to research all of this information.
The people that work with my son inspired him and believed, he gave him a belief that, hey, I can get in that school. That's what was so great. He's in there. In the first year, I gotta tell you, I gotta brag a little bit, the first year he made the Dean's List in his freshman year, the Dean's List. Now as a sophomore, he just was accepted to the Leadership Society.
My favorite part of working as a team member of the DoCERAS family is that it is a family. We support each other, we do what's right for one another, and that includes our client. A lot of times we will have a client come in with their older child, and we will continue to work with obviously that student, but then many times because of the experience that they've had and the relationship that we build, we will actually move on to also work with their younger children. We get just as much out of it as far as that relationship building goes as the parents and the students do.
When I initially signed up with DoCERAS, it didn't really dawn on me at the time, but they were saying, well, we're going to have probably an 8 to 10 year relationship with you. And I'm like, what? And I start thinking, okay, I got my older daughter 4 years, and then I got another daughter coming along 4 years. I'm like, wow, this is going to be a long-term relationship.
I feel like part of the family. I feel like it's more than just, it's just you're going to the, you know, you're doing this thing, it's a total business thing, and I feel like it's become family for me.
My daughters through the process, I'm not really sure if they completely understood what was going on, even though we had multiple sessions at Duceris. They did certainly appreciate the fact that we did go through this process so that they don't have, and they're not going to have, this sizable amount of debt that a lot of people would have. And right now they're, well, one just is early 20s and the other's still a teenager, so actually them thanking their parents for what they did. Although my youngest daughter did say, you know, Dad, I'm starting to realize that you and Mom have really done a lot for me. And so that's a good thing for a parent to hear.
It's finding the right fit at the right time for those young folks. We get a lot of good feel-good stories out of here, but helping someone achieve a goal they didn't think was possible, that makes me very happy that we do what we do, because that was the opportunity I missed out on when I was younger. And for somebody else not to miss that opportunity was a really good feeling.